afternoon, Sanford. Welcome to The Source. I'm Community Relations Officer Tammy Townsend.
And I'm Captain Paul Herx. The Source is your weekly update for Sanford crime info, direct and unfiltered. In case you didn't know, this coming weekend is St. Patrick's Day, so we will have a St. Patty's Day themed show this week.
Do you think that you could do the show in an Irish accent?
Aye, let's see if we have a wee little downward jaunt in our current crime trends.
Oh, this is going to be fun today. Currently, there has been a 14% decrease in crime year to date. We are also showing a 13% decrease from last week. I guess I was right, Captain, and that cold weather last week kept some criminals indoors.
Aye, we aren't used to the frigid temperatures in the 50s here in Florida. We were all bundled up, keeping warm with a big heaping of Irish stew.
I thought you were going to do an accent, and now you're acting and sounding like a hobbit.
In fact, I do have rather hairy toes.
Can you show them?
Certainly not, that would be very indecent.
Oh.
All right, we will move on to our crime prevention tip of the week. Don't let a leprechaun and their shenanigans steal your IRS pot of gold.
It's tax season, and identity thieves are hard at work. File your taxes early and reduce the risk of someone falsely filing under your name. If you do find that you have been a victim of identity theft regarding your taxes, contact the IRS and file an identity theft affidavit. You can also visit irs.gov to get information on identity theft for taxpayers. It's time for our attempts to identify with our PIO, also known as Officer Hashtag. On March 7, 2019, at approximately 6:30 a.m., these individuals burglarized the China Walk located at 170 West Lake Mary Boulevard. The suspects used a crowbar to force open the front door, and then stole the register, which had $480 in cash. In their own unique style, they then stuffed the money in their fanny pack. The suspects were last seen leaving in a darkened color, possibly purple PT Cruiser. They are also linked to a number of similar crimes in the surrounding areas. Anyone with additional information, please contact the Sanford Police Department.
Hashtag walk were you thinking. Hashtag about to run out of luck. Hashtag fanny pack bandits. Hashtag wonder what your fortune cookie would say.
This coming weekend is St. Patrick's Day. We know many like to celebrate this holiday with corned beef, cabbage, and a little bit of green beer.
I do love me some corned beef and cabbage.
Bang on, Officer Townsend.
What?
That means you are correct. I'm not caughting you.
Oh, okay. Well, we want everyone to have a great time and celebrate, but celebrate safely. Get a designated driver or use a ride-sharing app like Uber or Lyft. If you do find yourself in a bind, don't rely on luck. See what I did there?
That's brutal. Crack on, crack on.
AAA will once again be offering Tow to Go from Friday, March 15th until 6 a.m. on Monday, March 18th. AAA will transport the vehicle and driver home or somewhere safe within 10 miles. Call 2TOW2GO.
A good idea may be to just go ahead and store that number in your phone in case you get flooded and it's an emergency.
Absolutely. Which brings us to things that make you go like his hat.
What about your hat, princess?
It's a headband.
What'd you get out of that garden?
What garden? Thomas Olson. Keeping with the theme of celebrating safely this St. Patrick's Day, we wanted to share the recent arrest of one Thomas Olson and his very cooperative encounter with our Officer Hill after he played bumper cars with a few parked vehicles.
Okay. Do you have any physical conditions that would prevent you from doing any kind of exercises?
No.
Okay. So then you have full mobility. You have no issues with anything like that.
Yeah, you just hold my hand and I can do it.
Well, I can't hold your hand.
That's enough tape. I ain't gonna make it that far.
Yeah. Okay. Whenever you're ready, you may begin the exercise.
Why don't you guys just send me to jail? I think I got this pack thing down.
Well, I'm pretty sure even if officers did hold his hand, he wouldn't have passed. But I bet they held his hand walking him into jail.
Yep, they sure did. Almost looked like he was trying to do an Irish jig. Safe to say that we are lucky no one was injured. If you have been drinking, don't risk it. Get a ride or call it Joe Maxi.
Oh, what?
A Joe Maxi.
Oh. SPD's upcoming events. There will be a Soda Pop with a Cop Thursday, March 21st from 11:30 until 1 at the McDonald's located on the south end of town. Stop by and say hello.
Thanks for the updates. Well, that's all for this week's episode of The Source. I'm knackered from all the news. Join us next week, and until then,
Safe
shenanigans, Sanford.